And thank you all for coming to another session of High Vibe Channeling on this February 5th. First session tonight is Artur Janusz Domowicz, who is a rapper, a somewhat of a creative artist engineer, we will say, on his spiritual talents of getting energies to flow in his creations. He's also as I said, a sculptor and a recording artist. And he is very interested in all things metaphysical and spiritual. And we will let him say whatever else that he might like to say, and then we'll fill in a little later with how we can connect with him in the chat and on the YouTube channel as well. And welcome again, Artur. We appreciate you coming. And I'm guessing the Saturnian Council of Nine is coming, but whoever shows up will be wonderful for us.
Thank you so much for having me. I feel very honored, and I'm just another you, and I feel the connection of the Saturnian 9 tonight.
We're ready when you are. Thank you.
Thank you. Greetings, beloved beings of light. It is us, the Council of Nine, and it is our great joy to share ourselves with you on this day, to remind you of that which you already know, which is inside of you, of your personal power during this dimensional shift that is occurring on your planet. These are very exciting times. A very exciting time as you created, when you may see for yourself the people around you coming online, displaying various abilities. We wish to remind you of your power to tap into these abilities as well. For that which excites you is another you, a reflection of what is inside of you. And we speak, of course, of the power to perceive that which excites you, so that you may choose all that which excites you and act on it, so that then you can have the experience of it, which allows you to reflect on that experience, to learn from it, to grow through it, and thus then to transcend that level on which you find yourself, and then ultimately to forget that version of yourself that did not have these abilities, getting to know yourself from a new perspective. These are the powers that you hold. So please do not be discouraged. Do not think of yourself that you cannot do this. For the universe is not cruel. If you feel excitement and passion about what you see others displaying, then you have already received everything that is required for you to develop this as well. What you need to do is to take action on this excitement and to exercise your personal power. Our partner has struggled for a long time with self-doubt, with self-worth. And he's gotten better, step by step, but it was a long journey. He went to the doctor, and the doctor said that he has signs of heart disease. And he turned to us and asked what this is about. And we reminded him of something that he agreed to before he came here. And we asked him to practice that which he preaches, to speak to his selves. And we told him to get the tests done, and that the results will show a different story, will reveal the truth to him, reveal to him that this guidance is real. And so he did. And one after the other tests have shown that he is perfectly healthy. He went down this path because he needed confirmation to overcome the doubt. And so he has received what he was asking for. But he manifested all of it. And so we wish to remind you that you are the creators of your personal reality, that consciousness is at the core of your experience, and your belief systems create that experience along with your expectations. We wish to remind you of this. Please do not despair. Believe in yourself first and foremost. Have faith in yourself, in your abilities. Shine your light brightly, and then you can be the way showers to others as well. And for allowing us to share ourselves with you in this way, how may we be now of service to you?
Thank you very much for that. We appreciate that, Saturnian Council of Nine. I have a question about your perspective on the tall white beings. I have been connected with them, and I have a counterpart of them. And now they have given me personal instructions on how I may be of further service to them. But any information that you can provide will be helpful. Thank you.
We thank you. These beings have been on your planet for quite some time. Those who have been here for generations see themselves as earthlings. They bring in a new perspective, a fresh DNA that resists the many trappings of your everyday life. They enliven the human collective consciousness with what they bring to the table. For you are all but one family under the stars. They can help you to strengthen your psychic abilities and to live in harmony with nature.
That is absolutely wonderful. I really appreciate that. If I can ask, I know disclosure is a big part of this year, and that is a wide variety, or there's a wide variety of disclosures within that. Can you tell us how far disclosure will reach back? I know it will go to at least back when the Roswell incident happened, but can you give us, more information about that and maybe the breadth and scope of it, please?
Disclosure goes hand in hand with technologies that you will develop. One of such will be a technology that will allow you to pierce into other dimensions, to see other dimensions for yourself. This will open you up to the multidimensionality of your nature, the multidimensional nature of the universe. There will be a gift given to you as well from the ETs who will disclose themselves once open contact occurs. A gift that will present you with the entire human history that will be relevant to that version of Earth that you will find yourself in at that time.
Is that gift related to the crystal skulls, which, as far as I understand, also hold all of the memories and are individualized so that the individual asking the question gets to see visually everything that is associated with their desires for that?
To some degree, for the skulls are an ancient technology. What you will receive will be a modern technology that will allow you to perceive history in a holographic fashion.
That is amazing. Thank you very much. Christine? I'm sorry, Christina Anna.
Greetings to you.
Greetings.
Speaking of multidimensionality, could you please talk a bit about what happens when we fall ill? So, what happens then in the other dimensions of ourselves?
Everything exists here and now. You do as well exist on many different levels, in many different dimensions. As you become more aware of that, you begin to perceive other quote unquote incarnations of your own higher self, other expressions of your soul. You call this oversoul. You already share information back and forth between these expressions of your greater being and yourself. But your awareness of this will grow to the point that you will be even able to access the abilities that other parts of your greater being have, and vice versa. In this way, you will become more of who and what you already are.
Thank you. I really look forward to that.
It is a gradual process. This is already accessible to you, depending on how far you are willing to stretch yourself.
Is that more of a heart stretch?
It has to do with becoming lucid in the physical dream and with making a smaller and smaller distinction between the dream state and the wake state, the waking state.
I see. That's interesting then, because when one has a fever, that helps the lucidity, no?
You may find yourself on a path where you have prepared for yourself different circumstances, such as accidents, such as ailment, that will allow you to become more lucid and to become more aware of that which you are already experiencing every night.
Thank you very much.
We thank you.
Thank you so much for this interaction. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
My question is, you mentioned about becoming more lucid in this physical dream. Is there any practices that you can give us that would help accomplish that?
There are many. We would recommend the cosmic breath. When you find yourself in silent meditation and you focus on your breathing, and when you breathe out, you feel yourself expanding past the limitations of your physical body, to the point that you recognize yourself as the one having the dream, as that physical identity that you know yourself to be. And then when you breathe in, dropping back into that perspective of this physical identity, going back and forth between the two at a gentle pace will help you to loosen this limitation that you have put upon yourself, to go back into the natural shape of yourself, which is unbounded.
Mm. Okay, that is very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, we're really loving the answers and the frequency which you have brought forth. I'm curious about, I know that humans are formed from very many energies and different extraterrestrial inputs, I will say, and that gives us our spirit animals. Do other extraterrestrials have similar forces which they recognize as being their spirit animal or something like that?
Yes, of course. Earth is made up of thousands upon thousands of different worlds. On other planets, you can imagine that there are hundreds of different worlds that that particular world is comprised of, which allows for greater expertise in a particular direction, while on Earth, you have the ability to be an all-rounder, so to say. You have many different colors to choose from, a very rich palette. So, yes,
But is there an example that you might have or other extraterrestrials that you know of that may have something like that, analogous to a spirit animal that humans experience?
as an example, we may give you Sirius, where the beings of Sirius have animal life that is aquatic. And there is this connection, for the oversoul expresses itself as all of that life on that planet, as well as life on other planets, of course, as well, but on that planet, to gain experience from all the different perspectives that are available there.
That is very helpful. Thank you very much. I also have a question about the rings of Saturn. And I know they're all consciousness and have their own perspectives. Can you tell us a little bit about the rings of Saturn and the various moons and their roles and perspectives?
These moons hold different frequencies, and the rings do this as well. Just like the planets do, all the planets in your solar system. It is an orchestra that is comprised of many different symphonies, and everything plays a crucial role. We are sharing our frequency through the planets in your solar system and are linked to councils within other solar systems. It all plays together within the great symphony of all it is.
That makes sense, and that resonated with me as well.
The moons themselves are mirrors that also help to bring forth frequencies from other systems, other dimensions even. They also help balance.
Can you touch upon how the humans ended up naming all of those moons and the rings themselves? How did those names come about?
You are free to define your experience as you wish. And as you do so, you give life a meaning, the meaning of your choosing. By doing this, you get the opportunity to reflect on that which is already inside you at the time of the choosing of the name. Of course, you are free to do this as you please. In actuality, these moons do not have names. They have frequencies. From that perspective of ours, names are not required. And you are free to play with these names, which of course reveal much about you as you name the moons, about your state of being at that particular moment in time. It is like a snapshot of your state of being in that particular moment.
I really like that answer. Thank you very much. Anita?
Yes, thank you again for this interaction. So you mentioned something about the Earth is made up of thousands of worlds. What exactly do you mean by that?
We mean by that DNA from many different worlds has arrived on Earth through panspermia,
Mhm.
through the different civilizations that have been here, that have seeded you, that have partaken in this experiment of life on Earth for the purpose of uniting all of the worlds. For if you as human beings can achieve to live with each other in peace and harmony, in this way, you can teach all of those beings who inhabit different worlds, who may not get along, that it can be done.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We thank you.
Yeah, that really hit. I appreciate that. Um, is there any form of, I would say, written records like humans have, like the Akashic records or the Akash for our realm in other realms as well?
Psychic language does not require written forms of language. It is universal in dimensions that are non-physical. These records can be, while they are vibrations, frequencies, perceived as symbols, as
I have a question, sir.
yes,
About how much longer is this meeting gonna be? Oh, okay. Thank you.
as long as you wish to interact.
Okay, I see. Thank you, sir.
We thank you. There are records, preserved records that are in written form, Atlantean records that exist underneath the Giza Plateau and in various places on your planet. But in other dimensions, non-physical dimensions, these records are not in written form.
Thank you very much for that.
We thank you.
Do you have a personal message for me, perhaps?
You are tapping into that which we spoke of earlier, the memories and experiences of other expressions of your greater being. And that which is of relevance is common to you. And only that which you are ready to process at that moment. So know that more and more will come to you as you are expanding your consciousness. But you are unfolding in a divine timing. You are doing well.
Thank you. That's very comforting. I do appreciate that.
We thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your council?
For us, these 9 powers that we have mentioned in the introduction are entire landscapes. It is difficult to describe this, but perhaps to say that shifting through the experiences of someone who exercises these powers, through the experiences of all those who exercise these powers, that may be the closest comparison that we can think of.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you tell us more about any challenges that you experience?
The challenges that we have mentioned to be misunderstood in many ways, to be there for you when it is difficult for us to make you understand sometimes, as we are stretching our hand, our helping hand towards you. And as we try to do this in many different ways, the great love that we feel for you is the love of the one that feels love for all of its children. And sometimes not to be able to communicate clearly can be challenging.
Thank you. That resonated with me. Is Artur a counterpart of yours or someone in the council?
Artur is our partner, and so can you be one of our partners if you are willing to cooperate with us on that level. You are part of the one and of the all, as is everyone. We are another you. You are another version of us.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It sounds like an invitation as well, but I'm kind of booked up at the moment.
All in divine timing.
Okay. Anita, please.
You mentioned that we can be a partner with you. If we were interested, how would we proceed?
Being in service to others, helping others to tap into their own personal power. extending that helping hand to others.
Can you be a little more specific how we could help others? Do you have any suggestions?
Follow your excitement. By following your excitement, synchronicity will show you the path.
Okay.
For you have to be joyful. You have to fill yourself first with that joy ray frequency so that you can function on that level, which opens up these doorways to you.
Oh, okay. I see. That is very helpful.
The more you overcome your own challenges, the more you are capable of being of service to others to overcome their challenges.
So the more we work on ourselves, the better service we can be to others.
Yes. But of course, you do not have to be perfect. It is only about the act of being of service. In the process, as you are helping others, you are receiving help as well.
Okay. Okay. Yes, that makes sense. Thank you.
We thank
Thank you.
Yvonne, please.
Welcome. You were talking about authenticity. You said awesome synchronicity would show us a path. I found this very interesting because I'm part of a Sunday recurring meeting, and just this last Sunday, we were talking about synchronicity and whether when we notice these, is it a message that we can put together? I hope I'm making myself clear. It's that sometimes there will be, I'll notice synchronicities several times a day, sometimes once or twice a week, whatever. And I've tried to put them together in my mind to see if there's a message coming out of them. And I haven't found that there was. And so then I think, well, is it just that I'm becoming more aware? So I'm noticing these things. I would like for you to expand on that a little bit, if you would.
Very good. Yes, this is how us, but also your guides, extra-dimensional, interdimensional beings communicate with you through synchronicity, sending you messages in this way, in a way that can be understood by you if you put the puzzle pieces together. But please do not beat yourself up if it doesn't make sense at first. And if you write down what you think that message might be, this can help you build clearer communication with the guidance system of yours that you all have. For you are showing first and foremost by taking physical action, which is the act of writing, that you have received a message. Then you are showing what you think that message could be, which of course helps your guides to see how they came across, how that message was understood by you. And that can then build a common language between you.
Thank you very much. That's very helpful. I've written down things all my life, one thing or another, dreams, this and that, but never occurred to me to write down the synchronicities. I think that's a very good idea, and I appreciate it.
We thank you. Also ask what that synchronicity may mean.
Yeah.
And wait in silent meditation. And then it may come to you. Your guides will appreciate this communication as you are opening up this line of communication.
Yes, thank you.
We thank you.
Hello again.
Greetings.
Greetings. Speaking of communications, I taught myself tarot, and I was recently in Athens, in my hometown, and I had some very interesting tarot readings with my sister, and I wanted to ask if you could comment on my relationship with the tarot cards.
Yes, you are building this line of communication. This divination technique is very effective, as you have already symbols that have meaning assigned to them. So yes, this works for you.
So is this something I've done like in parallel lives?
In a
Previous?
sense, you can say that other expressions of your greater being have practiced with this, have experience with this. Why? This is a permission slip that will work for you, especially if you feel drawn to it. For whenever you feel excitement about something, this is your higher self telling you, this is you too. You can do this as well. So yes, follow this path of excitement. It guides you into the right direction.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, thank you for this information today. Oh, I didn't know if was it my turn yet?
Greetings.
Yes.
I didn't want to, I hope I didn't interrupt Christiana's, what she was saying. But this goes to the synchronicities. I experience synchronicities every day, just about, and I have learned to connect them to whatever my thought was at the time or whatever download I was getting at the time that I received the synchronicity. And I've been giving that advice to others as to what the synchronicities that they experience throughout their day, that try to think about what you were thinking about or whatever download you were receiving or information was coming through at the time that you experienced the synchronicity, as to get your confirmation, if
Yes,
that makes sense.
it absolutely does make sense.
Is that the right information that I'm giving to people?
Well, it depends. For when you apply a meaning to that synchronicity for them, it may be what is appropriate for you, not always what is appropriate for them. If they ask you and something comes to you in that moment or right before they ask you, you can trust this synchronicity. In actuality, you are all experiencing synchronicity at every moment in your life. It's just that most of the time you don't understand it to be for what it is. However, you wish to be of service. And if that is always the intent, then for the most of the time, you are correct.
Okay, great. Thank you.
We thank you.
Gladstone?
Greetings, greetings.
Greetings.
I have a question. What is the significance of the 9 in your name? And I'm only asking because I have 9s all over. My social security number, my driver's license number, there's just 1s and 9s. My house number. So, in your opinion, what is the significance of the 9?
The 9, you could say, is the highest number that there is in numerology. It represents a border between the dimensions. After that 9th step, once you exercise your 9 powers, you become a different you, and you start the cycle anew. The 9 is deeply intertwined with the human consciousness and its processes.
And the nine in your name doesn't signify nine realms, nine
The nine powers.
civilizations, there's no significance to
The
that
nine
nine.
powers, the nine powers of the human consciousness.
Okay. All right, thank you.
We thank you. The nine rings, the nine powers.
Okay, I'll look that up.
Can you tell us what your particular council's role is in open contact and if you will have any physical representations in it?
The beings, the extraterrestrial beings, shamanic beings on your earth have tapped into our frequency and work with this frequency and are capable to make more sense of this. And so we are in this sense coming all together to understand each other deeper, at a deeper level, to make more sense of that experience of yours, so that you can step boldly into your own power and realize yourselves as the creators of your reality. Once you truly become aware as a human collective consciousness that you are the creators of everything that you experience, this is when you will be absolutely ready for open contact. You find yourselves now in the times of this dimensional shift. And those, of course, who will shift towards that version of Earth are those who are ready for this recognition. However, on an individual level, there will be, of course, those who will pull away from this opportunity, who will keep themselves at bay, exercising their free will to do so. And that is absolutely all right. For they also give others the opportunity to practice tolerance, to love unconditionally, to not impose their own beliefs onto others.
That is a very loving response. I really appreciate that, and that really resonates with me. And I think that that is relevant for all of us here and beyond. Thank you for that.
We thank you.
Gladstone?
Thank you. Greetings again. And we know contact is going on as we speak. Is there anything you can say about the large black basalt pyramid that is bigger than the one in Giza? Can you say anything about that and who built it and what technology is that?
This information will be brought to you by a different source for the sake of a connection that you will establish at the right time. But we will share with you that this pyramid is part of a network, just the way the crystal skulls were created in order for you to recognize yourselves as parts and pieces of the one. These pyramids also represent different facets of consciousness. And when you bring this network back online, this will allow you to recognize yourselves as one family under the stars.
Interesting. You're talking about crystal skull because I am a crystal skull caretaker. And so with that, could I also connect those as in those pyramids are connected in a network?
Connection. There is a connection.
Okay. Thank you very much. That makes sense to me.
Follow this thread.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
We thank you.
Mhm.
That appears to be all of the questions for right now, unless somebody else has another one. And we really appreciate the love and energy which you have brought forth to us, as well as the wisdom and the very detailed answers, which exceeded my expectations, and I'm sure those of all of the other attendees as well. Saturnian Council of Nine, we appreciate and love you and respect and honor you and Artur for coming to us in this time and blessing us with your presence. Thank you.
We thank you.
Do you have a parting message for us?
Follow your excitement. Take it as far as you can take it. It will reveal to you your path. Remain in service to others, which will serve you in return.
Thank you.
We thank you.
Well done, my brother.
Wow, thank you. Man, I felt my throat like pulsating throughout this one.
Yeah, they went deep on us.
Yeah, that was great for me as well. Whoa. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah,
Well, thank you.
that was exciting. Very much so. And Wendy and Dave said the same thing, even if they said it when they were muted.
Thank you for the beautiful synchronicities.
What's this talking? We just send it.
Thank you. And thank you all for this co-creation. It's so joyous. And I'm so glad I followed my intuition to remove those other three young gentlemen before they could cause mischief. And we're going to go ahead and take about a 4 or 5 minute break, and then we will come back with round 2 with Yvonne Bonamici and Eve. And then we will pick up again where that's left. Stay with us. We'll be right back.